Hello, hello, Vern's Junk Closet. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you. Melanie Williams, hello. How are you? Thank you for coming in. Melanie Moderator, I keep giving out your name because that used to be your old name. Guys, thank you for coming in and smashing a like. I appreciate you. Vern, I'm so happy you over here. I really appreciate you. I was like, and it was crazy because I was thinking about you this morning. I said, I'm gonna see if Vern got to work today. Maybe she'll grace me with her presence. But thank you, sis, for coming in. I appreciate you. Thank you. You've made my morning already. Trying to get some of this set up. I'm never set up in the beginning when you gotta deal with your devices and making sure because I can't read up there. Nicole, hello, how are you? Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. I hope everybody is having a wonderful Monday. Happy MLK Day. We're going to be on here for about an hour because I like to keep it short so that um, people that are not in the live can come back and get a recap without having to go through a long drawn out live. Miss Farola Sierra, thank you for coming in. Hello, how are you? So again, I hope everybody is having an awesome Monday. We got some things that we need to talk about. Vern, I've been telling a lot of people about your channel where they can get information, much needed information. So if you stick around for a little bit, that would be great. Charles Robinson, hello, how are you? How are you dealing with this cold weather, Charles? We got to send this snow somewhere else. We got about 8 inches of snow Saturday here in Michigan. And everybody was running to the grocery store trying to get their victuals in. Food Forest Permaculture, hello. Howie, it's good to see you. I'm glad you got your channel back up and running. I thought I was going through a similar situation, but it wasn't. I was just panicking. I was panicking. I had to and I'm glad you're here, Vern. I've heard so much about people saying that they had to contact YouTube and it's virtually impossible to kind of get in touch with somebody there. But what I had did was I went to the 3 dots on the side of your main page, and down there it says help and support or something to that effect. And I asked, I emailed them. And a couple of people, not just one person, but a couple of people was telling me not to go that route because normally hackers are over there. So when I got a response back fairly quickly within 24 hours, everything was coming back so rapid. The questions, I didn't know who I was talking to, but they never asked me any what I call inappropriate questions like passcodes or nothing. The only thing they had asked me was for my URL, and anybody can get that. But they never asked me for any bank information because what happened, I had been having funds taken out of my account from the Google YouTube, but it wasn't for super chats, and it wasn't a large amount of money. It was like, well, it's $5 here, $10 there. I think total was like $20. Pandy, thank you for coming over. I think we was hanging out last night in one of the lives. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. They wind up. It was like a total of $20 over since September, and I wanted to know where they were coming from and what was it going toward. But I did get an answer back. I didn't get the answer that I was looking for, but I got an answer for something else that I asked. But thank God it wasn't, anybody trolling. But you got to be careful with YouTube, making sure that you're talking to the right people. They would never ask you for your personal information or passcodes and all that, because technically they really got a way to get into your channel if they need to see something. So I was kind of a little concerned with that, but I was thankful that it wasn't nothing major. All right, so today's topic is the good, the bad, and the ugly of gardening. And there is a lot pros and cons in gardening. Let me make sure that I spoke to everyone before I get going, while the rest are making their way in. Miss Farola. And guys, during the stream, please feel free to network with each other. Do it the right way. Visit their channel, leave a comment. Come back. Don't ask for anything in return. If they see that you left a comment, they know that you've been there, and they'll probably get a notification that you did come and join their channel. So that's what that's how we do it. Don't spam out the chats. Only 2 emojis. Spell out your numbers, and no capital letters unless it's somebody's name, but just try to do it lower. Like my name is all capitals, and it's, it can become a problem in other people's chat. All right, so we got 11 people in the building. 6 thumbs up. If you have not smashed the like button for the host, please do so. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, the good, the bad, and ugly of raised bed versus in-ground gardening. I am a raised bed container gardener. I find that to work well for me. The cons of it, the pros of it actually is you do less scooping and bending low with the raised bed garden. It's better on your back. The cons of it is you have less space unless you build this big gigantic raised bed. I normally like to keep my raised beds about 2 feet wide, and the reason for that is because that's about my reach with my short arms. It's about 2 feet across, so I don't have to fall over or climb over in the bed to harvest or to plant or to tend to any of my plants, especially if I only can access it from one side. If you know what I mean. I can't walk around the whole bed because some of my beds are pressed up against the fencing. So that is one of the cons. Okay, Howie, just put a number for them. All right, I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna definitely check that out. So this will actually help a lot of people who's thinking about going into gardening for the first time. Rocky Mountain, hello. Thank you for coming over. We were hanging out last night. Also, I am so glad you guys are here. I appreciate you all. Thank you again and again over. These are the pros and the cons of raised bed and in-ground gardening. If you are beginning gardening, it is my recommendation that you do a raised bed. Why? Or container gardening. And the reason for that is because you are totally in control of your soil. You're probably going to go to one of the big box stores, buy a bag of gardening soil or gardening mix, potting mix, and you're going to put it over in that bed. So most of the time when you go and buy these potting mix or potting soils, they already have the nutrients that you need in it. If you were to go into the direct in-ground gardening, you have a few challenges there. You don't have all the nutrients that you need to grow a garden. You might have the nutrients that you need to grow a tree. But with a plant, it's a little bit more different. They need a little more than what a tree would need. So these are the things that are the pros and the cons of in-ground versus raised bed gardening. Also, the cons of being in the ground for me is a lot of people deal with different moles that tunnel underground. If you had a raised bed garden, you actually can put at the bottom of that um, a nest, a steel nest, where they can't dig up through it and eat the roots of your harvest. A lot of people know what those little funny looking short arm little creatures is, the moles. So that's something that is the difference between being in the ground. If you're going straight in the ground, you right in their territory. They're coming through, tunneling up, snatching the roots out of that plant and probably the whole plant and moving to the next one. You can go to sleep at night. The next morning you wake up, your whole garden is destroyed. So that's one of the pros and cons. Also, now they could do it in a raised bed, but again, you have to put that wire mesh at the bottom of it, and they sell it at Home Depot. I can't think of the name of it at a particular time, but you have to be creative. So that will help too. With container gardening, let's throw that in there because we were just talking about raised bed versus in ground. But with container gardening, you can take that container. If that brassica plant, which is your leafy greens, is not doing well, TK Tanae, hello, thank you for coming in, is not doing well in one area, you can move that container to another area. But when you plant it in the ground, you can't move that. You got to dig it up, move it, and guess what? Your plant go into transplant shock. So there's a lot of pros and cons. All right, so we got right here food forest that moles, voles, mice, and worms bring nutrients. They'll bring nutrients to your plant, but those moles will tear your plant up as well. So you have to be careful. And of course, worms are always beneficial to the garden. Even with a raised bed, you still can get your worms. I've learned even with container gardening, believe it or not, those worms will still get in there if you sit that container down on the ground. Because I had one of my trees that I had in my container sitting on the ground, and somehow those worms still got up in that container, and every other night crawler out there got in there too. So it's still possible for that. But with the container garden, like I was saying, if you move that container over to a sunnier spot, it's a lot more easier. It's almost like you're finding the perfect spot for your plant. So, but the con is, in a container, you have to water more because that container is just a certain amount of size. And if you have a 90-degree day, it's going to dry out super quick. So that's one of the things that you have to be careful at. So Burns Junk Claus is saying, "Yikes to the worms." That's a gardener's life right there. That is a gardener's life. And guess what? I am scared of. I won't touch a worm or any type of night crawler, but I've been gardening for years and I've been able to kind of maneuver around it. The thing that, and I'm getting better, but the thing that gets me the most in the garden is we have rabbits here. And if a rabbit shoot through my yard while I'm out there, I lose it. I lose it. So, gotta be careful. At least I do. The worms being in the container, they can't access your container if the container is sitting on the ground, because the bottom of your container has holes in it. That's important for drainage. And if those holes are big enough, those worms can get up in those holes. And actually, the worms are good for the garden now. That's not a bad thing. because when the worms start to leave their castings, which is their poop, that actually feeds your plant. That's like black gold to your plant, worm castings. So, and believe it or not, for those that are not gardeners, they sell worm castings in stores. Yeah, worm poop, and it's very expensive. If it's some good stuff, it's expensive. So, yeah, that's something that is good for the plants, and the plant reacts very, very well to it. And that's why you see a lot of people that'll dig a hole and throw their kitchen scraps in the hole and cover it up, because they want the worms to come in, eat those scraps, and then go back into the garden and almost said the word, and poop it out. And that's what feeds the plants. So those pros and cons are very essential to think about once you're going into gardening for the first time. And the reason why I recommend beginner gardeners to do a raised bed is because in the beginning, you want to kind of control what you're working with. A lot of us that's beginner gardeners really don't know a lot about nutrients and soil, so we'll go to the store, whether the big box stores, we'll buy a bag of potting mix and we'll pour it over in there, and we stick the plant in there, and everything grows fine for the first 3 to 6 months. I think they say the nutrients in there role works. And the reason why I know that is because when I first started gardening, I was a container garden, a raised bed garden. That's exactly what I did. And I was using, at the time, Miracle-Gro. Today, you can't get me to buy no Miracle-Gro. But you don't, when you're starting out, you really don't know. But today I know better, so I don't use Miracle-Gro. And they claim the Miracle-Gro has gotten a lot better as far as their product. Then Promicard, your food for us. How are you? Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you. We have some amazing channels in here. They claim Miracle-Gro has gotten better, but I don't know. They claim they have went organic as well. And I don't know. I don't even know about some of the organic fertilizers that they have out. Are they really organic? And where I'm trying to go with my garden to make sure that I am getting real organic fertilizer. Because you guys remember the Dr. Earth, when it first came out? Oh, they was pushing it. All right, sorry about that. They were pushing Dr. Earth so hard in the stores, the commercials. Every time you turned around, it was something about Dr. Earth. Well, that was supposed to have been the best of the best fertilizer back in the time. Remember, the more money that distributor have, the more they can push and market their product. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's good, because Dr. Earth didn't work good for me. And a lot of people say, well, this one is organic, that one is organic. Who knows what's really organic and what they're putting in there? Because the thing that they want to see is results. And you put that fertilizer down in there and you be like, oh my God, my plant grows this big. Okay, but is it really organic? Just like I have some different types of fertilizer that I use in my indoor garden. And one of them was, can't think of the name of it, but it was the Fox Farm line. They were not, that first one in the green bottle, the Grow, that's not organic. And you have to read the back of these packages. Gardening with Skinny Boy Randy. Hello, how are you? Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. You were hanging out with us last night. I'm telling you, everybody that was at the Green Organic Love last night party is in here today. Thank you so much. How to Garden. Hello. Thank you for coming in. I got that video up thanking you about my doing my unboxing of my mulberry cuttings and my seeds. I don't know if you watched it, but if you leave a comment, I will pin it at the top of my video. So thank you so much again for coming here and being here. We're talking about the pros and cons. Now, some people do both type of gardenings. You have some that are in ground and container and raised bed gardening, which is fine. I've never did in ground gardening, and my reason for that is back 2003, we had our soil tested in our community, and they found out that the soil was filled with lead because of a factory plant down the road they had demoed, and I guess all the debris, asbestos, lead flew all through the neighborhood and it contaminated the soil. So that's why I started out as a raised bed and a container gardener. And it just works for me. It really works for me because I can bring my soil in. And it also works for me because I can amend my soil easier in a raised bed than I can in ground. It's a lot of work working in ground gardens. You have to till. You get a raised bed. It's a whole lot easier to loosen up that soil and agitate that soil than it is in the ground. And I've seen people to bring machinery in to till their gardens. My yard is not that big for me to bring in machinery. But if I had more land, would I still be a raised bed gardener? Absolutely. I would still be a raised bed gardener. Because again, you can fight a lot of different pests and a lot of different problems with the raised bed. And it sounds like that I am being biased toward raised bed because I am a raised bed gardener. But if you are an indoor gardener, if you are an in-ground gardener, please feel free to battle me on this because that's how we learn from each other. I absolutely love raised bed container gardening. It works good for me. It's easier on my body. It's easier on it allows me to grow better plants, but the con is that you're limited. You're limited in space. Also, it's easier on organizing my garden because if I separate my gardens about 35 inches apart, that's enough room for my 31-inch lawnmower to go through there and cut and clean up and weed whack, and I don't have all that extra overgrown. Because when you do it in the ground, before you know it, you get a 3-day rain coming in and you go out there, you can't even find half your plants because the weeds then overtook them and grown right up in there. With a raised bed garden, you will get weeds. But you won't get the weeds like you're going to get in an in-ground garden because I pulled weeds last year and oh, it was so satisfying out there pulling the weeds. I don't know. That's a gardener thing. You like backyard gardener, how's it satisfying to pull weeds? It was so satisfying to pull those weeds because it wasn't hard. But it was just therapeutic at the particular time. Also, let me go back into the chat because I want to make sure that I'm keeping up with the chat. Chat room. All right. It seems like everybody is connecting with each other, which is awesome. That's why we're here. House squirrels are huge chipmunks. See? Now, the squirrels is going to be a problem whether you are in ground, raised bed, or containers. I have problems with squirrels. I haven't seen them. We don't have chipmunks here. Not in my area. We have them in Michigan, but not in my area. But the rabbits is a problem. Now, the rabbits is only a problem when my beds are low. But with my containers, those little bunnies can't get up there. They can't get up in my containers. But those squirrels, oh my God. They get in the containers. They digged up my fig plant, the whole plant. It's just one particular plant they kept going after. And he kept digging it up. I'll put it back in there. I'll come back the next day. He'd take it back out. A squirrel could wreak havoc, excuse me, on your garden. And And I haven't been proactive in how to prevent squirrels from coming into my garden. I know a couple of people use different types of traps and they relocate the squirrels, but that's like fighting an army. We have so many squirrels around here, and then in Michigan, I don't know if you guys have them there, but we have black squirrels, jet black, look like they're walking around with a mink coat on. And those squirrels are more aggressive than the brownish gray squirrels. I don't mess with them. The brownish gray squirrels, you can kind of, feed them and they'd be cool, but the black squirrels are very aggressive and I don't really mess with them. Okay, so Vern has black squirrels where she's at. They tend to be a little bit more aggressive, but those regardless, they're both will tear up your garden. The squirrels, period. So I have not found a way to battle the squirrels. The birds is another issue. Now with the birds, I used to put nettings over my stuff. Bird netting. I stopped using that bird netting because it was killing the birds. I don't want to kill the bird. And I don't mind the birds sharing my fruit. But just don't get greedy and take out every fruit off my tree. So I don't use the bird nettings because they get caught up in the netting and then you got to go out there and they flapping and they broke they leg and it's too much. So I use my greenhouse for my pigs. Once they're getting close to ripeness, I'll transfer them to the greenhouse. That way they can't get them. As far as my in-ground trees, I just got to be smarter than them. And they're waiting for harvest time. They waiting for it to get that perfect ripeness. Well, I'm going to go out there and snatch it before it get perfectly ripe, bring it in the house, put it on the table, and let it ripen up the rest of the way, which is my peaches. Don't know if I can do my cherries like that because I haven't had a cherry grow yet. But that's one of the ways that you could kind of battle with the birds is you have to be on it. You just because they want it when it's perfectly right. Now this year I'm praying that I get grapes. Birds are going to be a battle for my grapes. I already know that, but I got to figure it out. I think I've got an idea of using a shade cloth over the grapes. Now the birds is not going to get caught up in no shade cloth because it's not a netting. It's just like a thin cloth that goes over it, and it actually protects it from your plants getting sunburn. Miss Farola, you guys don't have black squirrels there? It might be a northern thing, but yeah, we have them, and they're very aggressive. I don't even like to see them. I didn't know you used to live in Chicago. I'm sure they're there because I'm sure they're there. But yeah, actually, my first time seeing a mole was when I took my son up north, and I seen it tunneling through, and it popped his head, and I don't know. This one must have been real friendly with the people on the campground, and man, I jumped in my car so quick. I'm scared of mice and those moles. If you ever see one, they're not very cute at all. And I keep doing this because that's how they always look, with their little short, no arm self and them big little hands. I don't like the moles. So yeah, the squirrels are definitely a problem. And it doesn't matter if you're a raised bed or in ground or container. Squirrels, birds gonna get you. I've kind of been able to battle with the I kind of been able to battle a little bit with the rabbits because I put that fence up and they can't get into my area. But see, I'm about to build a whole nother garden area because this year I'm growing lots and lots and lots of greens. Kale greens, spinach, broccoli, lots of greens is going in the garden this year. Mikey Flo, hello. Thank you for coming in. I was thinking about you as well. I said he don't have school today. Wonder if he gonna come to the live, and there he is. Guys, let me tell you something about Mikey Flo real quick. He's like our baby. When he first came into my life, his channel was kind of small, and everybody just seemed to embrace him because this young man could be doing anything. And you know what, some of our young people are out there on a whole nother crazy level. But this young man, he's respectable. He gets good grades in school. He's serious about his education. He has his YouTube channel. And that's a good thing because he could be doing anything else, but he's staying in school, he's obeying his parents, and he's having his own YouTube channel, and it's a positive channel. So if you do not have this young man, even if you're not into art, digital art, because that's what he's into, let's support this young man because he's out there trying to do something positive with his life. We definitely should be positive with each other, and we definitely should be connecting with each other because for all of us, we could do so much. If you are a cook, gardening and cooking, it's the same type of thing because you can go from harvest to table. So that will be an interest that you have. A lot of things that I watch on YouTube, to me, it relates around gardening. A lot of the different niches that I watch, I like homesteading channels, self-sufficient channel, allotment channels, DIY channels, because I could go out there and I built a whole greenhouse. So I like to see people build stuff. Um, how is art related to gardening? It's not. But if I can learn different techniques of art, I could hook my own banner up. And I could do my own effects on my channel. So you got to think out the box. Some people don't want to come into the garden channel because they feel that they're not a gardener. But it's so much that you can learn from each other. Hot Sauce Junkie Tim. Guys, Hot Sauce Junkie Tim is in the building. And let me tell you something about this particular channel. He kills himself eating this hot stuff. I've never seen someone that can have the tolerance for hotness the way Hot Sauce Junkie Tim. And you have to go to his lives. They're awesome. So if you don't have Hot Sauce Junkie, check them out. If you don't have TK Tanae, check her out as well. If they are in blue, they are definitely for you. If you want your channel to get some recognition and you want your channel to be spoke of more than just on your platform, then you might want to check out Melanie, the moderator, because she's always doing shout outs on her channel. She's one of the most selfless channels there is because she's always promoting someone else, and I think that's why her channel grows so much because they can see the genuineness in her. Stephanie, hello, how are you? Thank you for coming in. I'm going to check out some of these channels that I'm not familiar with. But today, we got some amazing channels. We got 21 people in the building. And on my side, I am seeing 11 thumbs up. If you have not hit that like button, my girl light just came on. Please smash the like button for the host. I would appreciate you. So, I know we have a lot of gardeners in here. But what type of gardening do you do? Are you an indoor gardener? Are you a raised bed or are you an in-ground gardener? Container gardener. The steps, if you pay attention to my live streams, I'm going through different steps that you're going to get through and things that you have to think out for the beginning gardeners or people that might just want to revamp their whole garden. They might have been an in-ground garden and they want to change it all the way over to a container garden. Diva Jones 03 is in the building. Thank you so much for coming in. Happy MLK Day to you too. And to everyone in the chat, if I have not mentioned it, I think I did in the beginning. Guys, Diva Jones 03 is a very knowledgeable young lady. She'll inspire you to do different things, and she's the type of channel that will show you to work with what you have, where you don't have to go out there and buy all of that fancy stuff, and you still can grow your food. And that's what's very unique about that particular channel. Steve Rogers, hello, how are you? Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you being here. I see you in different chats around the gardening community, and you are definitely welcome here as well. Citywide Garden, Zone 6B. Okay, Citywide Garden, I don't know if we connected. I'm going to check you out for sure. I think we are. I'm sure, almost 100% sure we are, but I'm going to double check after the live and make sure, because YouTube has been disconnecting me from people. And I don't know what that's about. So I have to every once in a while go through my subscription, and I have so many people that I'm subscribed to. I have to wait till they go live or something, and I happen to browse through and see them either on the recommended section, or I'll think about them like, wait a minute, why haven't I seen such and such and such a long time? So definitely make sure that you are still connected with everyone. But thank you, Citywide Garden, for coming in. I appreciate you. How the Garden is still in the house. Guys, we have some amazing channels. We have 24 amazing channels in the house. We have 15 thumbs up. If you have not hit that like button for the host, please smash the like button for the host. I would appreciate it. Feel free to network. The only way that you're going to grow your channel is to network. If you are a gardener, you are in the right place, because you are among your other gardeners and homesteaders. So make sure that you network. Go visit these channels. Also, I have a bonus channel for you that I want everyone to go and check out. The other day, my sister contacted me, sent me a text message and wanted me to check out this channel. And I went over there and I checked the channel out, and I was not disappointed. So I'm going to drop the link to that channel. Melanie, can you drop that link to that particular channel and the name of that channel? And go over there and check her out. And when you go over there, tell her that the Backyard Gardener sent you. If you can, I appreciate it. If not, just go over there, check her out. I'm telling you, you're going to be surprised. Because this particular channel is in Zone 5B, I believe she is. And she's growing muscadine grapes. And if everybody know about muscadine grapes, I always thought that they were a grape that had to be 7 or above. But these particular grapes, she can actually grow 5B. And when I say she's growing them. And she's harvesting them. So definitely check her channel out. Melanie is going to drop that link. And the name of that channel is... Can you drop the name of that channel as well? So she's in the description box. Miss Farola telling Hot Sauce Junkie she can't take the heat. Miss Farola, when I watch him eat some of that stuff, I just be like, whew. I have to drink a glass of water for him. Because that last one he did, where it had so many reapers in that, I felt so bad. He was having muscle cramps and everything. Very entertaining. Very entertaining. And Hot Sauce Junkie is growing his own peppers this year. So that's awesome too, because why not? If that's what your channel, grow your own food. Grow your own peppers. You like flowers in your flower beds? That's a gardener. There you go, right there. That's a gardener. And before you know it, Vern's Junk Closet You'll be putting down some peppers or some type of bell peppers in there and growing those too and become a full gardener, because that's how it started out for me. Landscaping in my front yard with my Japanese maple trees and my different types of hostas. And before I knew it, I was in the backyard growing a whole garden. Make soil in layers as it would happen in nature. The best soil is what you use for free in your environment. 5 inches a layer, coffee grounds, kitchen waste, wood chips, leaves, etc. Another good channel right here, Information Station. Food Forest Permaculture will tell you ways to use what you have as well in the garden and have a very thriving garden. A lot of us think that we have to go to the big box stores and buy those bags of fertilizer. Take it from Food Forest and Diva. You don't have to do either one of those. You can go in there and you can use what you got. When that wood starts to break down and that those kitchen scraps start to break down, your leaves start to break down, your compost pile, you have to be able to use it, because that's the good stuff. Don't throw it away. A lot of us will take our leaves, we'll rake them up, sit them out on the curb for them to take away. They're taking away all your good nutrients. They're taking away your money, because you're saving money by keeping that type of stuff around. So definitely do your research on leaf mold and put them in plastic bags or doing a compost pile. This year I'm moving this gate back. I'm taking back the land. I'm moving that gate back about 4 feet if I can. And I'm expanding my garden, but I won't be using that soil this year. I'm just going to clean that part up real good. I watched Diva's video where she's making room for her greenhouse. And I left a comment and I said, you'll be surprised how much room you have once you start cutting and moving stuff away. You have so much extra room. And I meant that because I'm in the process of doing the same thing. As soon as the snow get off the ground and this weather get better, I'm moving that gate back, and I'm going to be able to put, if not this season, but the next season, at least 4 more raised beds to 5 more raised beds. And that's where a lot of my greens and stuff will go until I can buy that land behind me whenever they decide to demo that house. But for now, we're going to push back a little bit so that I could grow a little bit more food. All right, so what do we have here? All right, we're 43 minutes in. We're going to go for the next 15 minutes. We got 20 people in the building. I'm seeing 16 thumbs up. If you haven't smashed the like button, please smash the like button for the host. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, I'd like to say hello to Jaden, Talia, Mari, and LaShawn, because I know they're watching me. Those are my grands. And they're at home today because it's MLK Day. And I know they're over there watching me. Because every time I get up, they're like, Grandma, I saw you. So I don't know about how Cobra do it, because if they want to get to you, they're going to get to you. All right. Let's check out these channels. All the channels that I'm calling out are the ones that I know. Dan, Permaculture, Food Force, guys, check him out. That's another knowledgeable brother who is growing his own food. God, I'm telling you, it's getting to the point where if you're not a gardener, you might want to think about it. You guys go in those grocery stores and see how expensive that stuff is in those grocery stores. You gotta grow your own food. I watched the video last night. I think it was Plant Abundance, and he was saying to grow what you can't really buy. And some people can't buy figs because figs don't have a long shelf life, and they like them, but they don't have them in their grocery stores. You're not going to see them in Kroger's and Publix and places like that. You will see them in some fruit markets for a quick second because they don't last long, so people don't like to fool with them. So grow you some figs. If you're not, if you never taste the fig, I can't say you'll be disappointed, but I wasn't disappointed because everybody's palate is different. And if you want to try growing some figs and you never grown one before, let me know. I can go. I'm still, mines are still asleep, and I'm sure I got room to cut. I owe one person some cuttings. I just haven't had a chance to send them out. Things has been so crazy. My next thing that I'm working up on as far as gardening is the different types of gardening, the different styles of gardening, permaculture. Now that's Dan and Food Forest. Um, the different style, back to Eden. Angela's not in here. She's trying the back to Eden method. It's different styles, and this is a little bit more advanced type of gardening. It's beginner gardener is not going to probably think about something like that. But in advanced gardeners, you start to thinking about different styles of garden. Hydroponics is also a way of gardening. So those are things that you can think about. You can think about and will think about as you continue your gardening journey. And you can have a garden indoors. It is very much possible to have a garden indoors. Let me see where I'm at. So don't think that you can't. Thank you so much, Pandy, for coming in. I truly appreciate you. And I hope that you have a great day and be safe. Hot Sauce Junkie said he's not started growing other plants yet, only peppers. And that's cool because I think UT, I don't know if you connected Hot Sauce with, I'm going to mess up his numbers. I know it's 200 in there, UT. If somebody know who I'm talking about, we call him the Pepper Pusher. He has a really good channel as well, him and his wife. And he grows peppers and tomatoes in containers. Thank you so much, Melanie, the moderator. That particular channel is a great channel also. They grow peppers and tomatoes, and they grow some unique peppers and tomatoes. So you might want to, if you don't know them, link up with him. They're definitely a good channel. If you are a content creator, I can't stress this enough to please check this channel out. It'll tell you about all the different rules with YouTube, all the changes with YouTube. If you don't understand them, this particular channel, Vern's Junk Closet, will give you an understanding. If she don't know, she'll try to find out. And if she can't find out, she'll just let you know, I don't know. But she's a very informative channel. I've met her in here before. And today she is in here. So check out Vern's Junk Closet. If you don't have her, snatch her up. Go to her live. She's live quite often because she's trying to get her watch hours in, but she's always have great information. Her live streams are very peaceful, very relaxing, and very informative, and that's where I like to be. I like to hang out. Sometimes I go in there. I'm not going in there to pick up other channels. I'm going in there to just laugh, to relax, and to have some good, genuine conversations and to learn about different things. So definitely check her out when you go in there. And I'm going to check out if there's anybody in here that I'm not connected to. I will be connected to you, and you will see me in your comment section. So if you don't have me, snatch me up as well. We got Miss Farola in the building. Miss Farola is also a gardener. So you want to check her out, her channel out as well. Sorry about that. Got a call coming in, and I got a feeling this one going to keep coming in. I'm going through my channels. Make sure I did not miss anyone at all. Melanie, if you could drop that link to that channel one more time. Guys, check this channel out. Very informative. And she's in 5B. And some of the things that she's growing over there, like those muscadine grapes, it's pretty impressive. And it's not like, and I'm in 6B. And I have yet to, well, I did get my first 3 grapes last year. I didn't dare try to taste them. So I'm looking forward to this year. But I'm telling you, she's doing a great job over there on her channel. Go over there and show her some love. And that's the type of person I am. If you have a channel, even if you're not in here, I'll shout you out. And I'll have, I'll recommend different channels to you for your learning purposes or entertainment purposes. Because at the wintertime, I'm not gardening. I'm going to visit other channels and I'm networking and I'm getting ideas, and I have gotten a lot of ideas for this particular channel. And I'm glad my sister, it was odd that my sister had recommended it to me. Because she never really do that, but she felt really strong about it. She's not even a gardener. So I did go over there and I check it out. So I'm sending you over there, and I guarantee you, you will not be disappointed. All right. And again, check out, you want to learn how to cook some really good food and some really quick desserts, especially if you got kids. Check out TK Tanae. She's another one with an awesome channel. A lot of people are trying to get their 4K watch hours up, so let's support them in that. My phone has been tripping lately, and I don't understand why. A lot of people trying to get their 4K watch hours up. Guys, we got about 10 more minutes, and we're going to wrap up this live because I want to keep it to 1 hour. When I was doing the 2 and 3 hour live streams, that was because I was trying to get my watch hours together. Now I'm only doing once a week for an hour because I want people to come in and watch my content. And that's exactly what's been happening. I might leave with so many views, but by the end of the day, I've picked up 30 more or 40 more views because they were able to come in and comfortably watch it without having to sit through 2 or 3 hours. Because I feel like once you get monetized, I don't know why a person would go live every day for hours unless it's, that's just how you want to make your money. But I'm not a growth channel. I'm a content creator, and there's a difference between the two. I create content, and I teach gardening, and I learn about gardening. And I'm amongst most gardeners, homesteaders, allotments, and community gardens. So definitely, if you find someone that's in the same niche as you, 50 plus, hello, how are you? Thank you so much for coming in. Support them, subscribe to them. If you find someone that's doing the same thing that you do and or something that you like, even if they're not into what you do, go over there and show them some support. Leave comments. People like to read comments. I do. It lets me know that you were there. And it also lets me know that you watch the content. Now, some of us, we're a little impatient where we'll skip through to try to get to the end. We don't want to go through the whole process. Well, that's fine too, if that's what you do. But don't forget to give that person a thumbs up and leave a comment and make it a genuine comment to let them know that you did watch their video and you did come over and give them some support. Because I'm telling you, if you get 2,000 subscribers opposed to a person with 600 subscribers, If that person with 600 subscribers is getting 500 views, and that person with 2,000 subscribers is only getting 100 views, somebody got just warm booties in the seat. You don't want that. That's why I don't like growth streams. If you see me in a live stream now, I'm there for information. I'm not there to pick up people. When you get those fast numbers coming in and growing, if they're not genuinely watching your content forth going, then what is the point of just having a number? Because that number, especially if you are a content creator, you want people to watch your live stream. You want people to be able to interact with you and understand what you're trying to get across. If they're just sitting there and it's just a number, what's the point? I'd rather have 600 subscribers and get 500 views or 400 views than have 2,000 subscribers and only get 100 views. So or less. So remember that when you're in these growth streams and you're snatching up channels that you know you're not going to watch. Just don't even waste their time. But I mean, some of them, I can't even say that because some of them want you to do it. Some of them feel like numbers is everything. But to me, views are everything. To me, getting your content and good quality content is everything. Over the winter while my garden is down, I have made a decision in 2020 I was going to try to come a little bit harder on my channel, a little bit different on my channel, try to upgrade it a little bit in the way that I do things, the way that I speak, where I'm not rushing it, and be a little bit more relaxed with it and give you a better quality video. True content creators think about stuff like that. True people that's passionate about their channel think about things like that. They will invest time and money and mental space in making their channel a whole lot better. And I've been doing that. I'm studying a couple of things that I'm going to come out with when the growing season starts for me. And hopefully you guys can see a difference in the quality of the video. Hopefully you guys can see a difference in what I'm putting out than you did in 2019 or 2018. Every year for a content creator should be better than the year before. Every video should be better than the last one. Your biggest critic should be you. The biggest person that should come down hard on you about your channel should be you. If you're doing this YouTube thing and you're sharing your journey, you want to make sure that it's crystal clear of what you're trying to get across and people are understanding and able to follow you. So that's my little tad bit tip of the day. Ms. Furlow says that I'm with you all the way on that. Yeah, because sometimes, I mean, if you think about YouTube in general, you look at some of these channels, oh, they're amazing. I mean, they're top notch. And then we wonder why our channel is not growing. Well, we need to think about the way that we present our content. Sit there and study them. They got all these people on their channel. Sit there and study how they're presented. Are they informative? Are they easy to follow? Are they consistent? That's another thing. You can't put a YouTube video up one day and then don't put another one up to 3 months later. Nobody's gonna follow you. The live went up to 24 people today because I'm supporting other people, and also people know on Monday that I go live. It has to be a consistency in your channel. You can't go live one day and then don't go live for 2 months later. Guess what? While you were doing all that grinding, to get your, somebody else came along, slid right in your slot. And now everybody is going over to that person. So if it's like you have to have a consistency if you are going to be a content creator. I heard one of the gardeners say she's about to start putting out 4 videos a week. They say that that's pretty much what you should be doing. But for me, I know I'm not going to be able to put out 4 videos a week. But I probably could do 3 videos a week, with 1 being my live stream and 2 other being 2 videos once the growing season starts. So this is a downtime for us. And downtimes are good. Tisa Green Organic Love said it perfectly last night in her live. She stated that it's like when you watch a series and then that series go on break, like Empire or whatever. It takes the break and then it comes back that next season, and everybody is anticipating it. Everybody is like, okay, it's garden time, and that's how I am. It's gardening time. You know, I want to know what everybody is growing. I want to see what this channel is growing and that channel is growing. That's the type of effect that you want to have on people, because for me, gardening season is like football season. Like I'll be ready. I'm like this. Carolina Gardner, hello, how are you? Thank you so much for coming in. And if you are not a content creator and you are a gardener, I encourage you, if you want, to start a channel. You can use your cell phone. You ain't gotta go buy no expensive equipment. Take your cell phone. Just remember to turn it this way so that we can get the full view. Don't record that way. That's Instagram, this YouTube. And we can get the full view, and just take your time, because I'm looking for new gardeners every day. I'm not saying I'm bored with the old gardeners. Nope. But I'm looking for new gardeners because I'm looking for new ideas. And that's why I had Melanie, the moderator, to drop that link to the channel for you guys to go and check out. Because I'm telling you, just because you don't have a lot of subscribers do not make you not a good gardener. You can have 3 subscribers and be the best gardener ever. I keep telling y'all, Angela Busy Bee Garden Homestead, she was in my life. She wasn't even a content creator, and she kept saying little things in the live, connecting, and I'm like, this lady must know how to garden. And I asked her, was she a gardener? And she was like, yeah. She said she'd been doing it for years. And I was like, Angela, I'd be so interested in seeing your garden. Can you just do a video? And everybody in the chat agreed that they wanted to see it. And oh my goodness, when she did do her video, I was like, I gotta have more. I need more videos, because she has a beautiful garden, a beautiful homestead. She has chickens and everything. And I'm telling you that this is what people are looking for. Sincerely yours. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you. You go to Crouch Garden this year? I am too. I'm this year I'm coming strong with them greens. I gotta put more green. Last year, look, actually, I don't really grow greens, but this year greens will be in the garden for sure. Will be in the garden for sure. So thank you so much for coming in. So if it's something in your garden that you're not used to growing and you like, because I'm a strong believer in growing what you like. Don't grow stuff you don't like. I don't like radishes, but radishes is the only, radishes is what everybody beginner says, grow radishes. They're very easy to grow. Well, I don't eat radish, so why would I grow it? So grow what you like to eat so that it don't go to waste. Green Balance 3, check that channel out as well. This channel will be giving you juicing and will be showing you the different, guys, we got to get self together. We have to get self together. I don't care if you're 350 pounds or 150 pounds. We have to get self together, because just because you small in weight don't mean you healthy. And we have to get healthy. And one of the ways to get healthy is getting the right nutrients in our body. And this particular channel, Green Balance, will navigate you to that. I'm not sure how far they're up and running in their channel, but definitely connect with Green Balance channel so that they can guide you in the right direction with juicing. Green Organic Love, hello. And Green Organic Love will also guide you in the right direction with juicing. And they will guide you in a direction to let you know the benefits of juicing. I never drunk celery juice. I didn't even know that was a thing. But when you start drinking it, it's not bad at all. And what it does for your body, the health benefits. This is another thing. Guys, we so hyped up on talking about how, oh, it's too expensive to eat healthy. It's cheaper than insulin. It's cheaper than high blood pressure pills. It's cheaper than all of that. I go to the vegetable market every Monday. I went yesterday instead of today because I had some appointments going on today. But I'm telling you, we gotta start doing better by our bodies. We can't put all that crazy stuff into our bodies that we be woofing down these little hot pockets and hot and readies. That's killing us. That's killing us. My body rejects dairy. All dairy now. And I guess I've become more seasoned, older, and my body is rejecting all types of dairy. My goal, and I'm working, striving hard to this goal, and I think it's a realistic goal. Stress-free zone, hello. Thank you for coming in. It's a realistic goal. It's by 2021. I'll be completely plant-based. I'm giving it up. I've been dealing with it for all these. I'm giving it up because I'm telling you, when I cut back, it made my body feel so much better. And gardening and growing our own food is going to help us go toward that healthier goal. Everybody keep talking about the New Year's resolution. It's not a New Year's resolution for me. This is a necessary thing for me. And I want to be around. I got beautiful grandbabies. And I'm not old at all. I'm just 54. And that's not old. TK tonight. That's not old. And I'm telling you, my grandbabies I want to be there for them. I want to see them graduate. I want to interact with them. So I'm telling you, if you're not on that journey, get on it. Quit saying that word. Quit saying the D word. Diet. Stop that. Oh, I'm on a such and such diet. I ain't on no diet. I'm on a lifestyle change. This thing is permanent. It's not temporary. I'm not going to keep playing my system like that. Gaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight, lose the weight, get twice as much back. My heart can't keep taking that. Them up and down, jumping up and down things. That's too much for me. So I have to stay consistent, and we have to stay consistent with what we want. But I'm going to tell you one thing. If you ain't right up here, you're not going to succeed in any of it. You have to have, that channel is in here, a stress-free zone. You got to be selfish a little bit and think about yourself. Because sometimes, we get those phone calls from our loved ones or from our friends, and they want to rattle off their problem, and you have to be like, wait a minute. Hold on. I got to deal with what I got to deal with. So that mind has to be right. That mind has to be. That mind has to be right. If that mind is not, yeah, that's right, Diva. That up and down did for Luther. It didn't work. It didn't work well for him, and you know that our bodies can't take that. And then people, let me tell you something else. And I've never been one for instant. I don't even like instant coffee. I don't even like instant rice. I don't like nothing instant. I don't need the quick. We gotta quit trying to get those quick results. We gotta quit that in 30 days, in 20 days. No. Take your time. If you're serious about it, take your time and do it. And for some of us, they want the surgery, but I feel like this because my doctor recommended the surgery to me. And I told him, look, let me tell you something. I haven't given it my 100 to even think about having a surgery. We got to stop addictive behaviors. Eating is an addictive. When you just keep doing it, it's just like gambling. I mean, don't let anything control you. That's why I say your mindset has to be right. If your mindset is not right, you're not going to succeed in it. We keep telling ourselves this is too hard. Oh, I don't feel like doing it. You got to challenge yourself. And you got to challenge that that thought process that's telling you, no, we ain't doing that today. No, we not going to work. I'm telling you, I get a lot of inspiration seeing other people. Bull Garden, he said he doing a 100-day challenge. But let me tell you what he said. He doing a 100-day challenge for y'all to follow. But after 100 days, he's still going. He is not about to stop. He told you, I'm not even stopping. That's because Bull Garden want to be there for his family. He has sons. He want to be able to, get out there and play basketball. And we all want to. But if you really want something bad enough, you go out there and get it. Y'all want those bags, those purses, those Pradas and those Gucci's. You make a way to get it. Same thing with your health. You got to make a way for it. And I'm going to tell you another inspiration that I get. I met a sister through through a friend of mine. And I spoke to her last week for the first time on the phone. And this sister, just in that conversation, I think we talked maybe about an hour. When I got off that phone, I was so inspired. You got to put yourself around like-minded people, too. Now, you can't hang out with Johnny if Johnny want to keep telling you to pull up at McDonald's, Burger King, and Taco Bell. You got to put Johnny out your car and be like, you know what, Johnny, you going to have to walk. Because I'm on a whole nother I ain't even going in that direction. I'm going in that direction. You can't hang out with the people and be like, girl, forget about that. Quit trying. You too old to keep. No. You're not too old. Go to your doctor, talk to your doctor, see what your doctor say. You're not too old to get. How is you too old to get healthy? We're not too old to get healthy. So that's my rant, and I did that for 14 minutes. But definitely make sure that you check each channel out. I'm going to drop that link one more time to that channel. Go over there, Sam Backyard Gardener sent you. And I hope that everybody enjoyed their Monday. Happy MLK Day. Be safe. If you're in northern states, stay warm. If you're in the southern states, Florida and California, Texas, man, enjoy y'all weather. I wish I had some. If y'all out in the garden making preparations for the spring, kudos, because I got 8 inches of snow. I can't even track across it. I got to get my greenhouse and feed my trees that's set in the greenhouse. So check this channel out, guys. There's the link right there in the description. Go over there, show us some love. If you appreciate it, you never know. The next channel that I come across, if it's good, I'm telling somebody. I'm telling everybody, look, I got Good shadow. It might be yours. Vern Junk Closet, thank you for hanging out with me, sis. I appreciate you. Check her out as well. Diva Jones, thank you for hanging out. Take it easy, everybody. Happy gardening.